You guys, coming at ya with a new episode of Brawl News. We got some pretty dang important stuff to get straight away into here in this episode today. Buckle in, let's do it. But first, you guys will have to forgive me. It's been, I think, like a month since we've last done this, but if you guys would consider subscribing to the channel, I'd greatly appreciate it. Taking a look at the metrics, 22.4% of people are subscribed that watch my channel. It feels bad, man. Just kidding, it's okay. But hey, if you're chilling out, you enjoy the episodes, I'd appreciate it if you're in that 77.6% that aren't subscribed to consider subscribing today. Thank you guys, much love. But starting things off here today with something light, right? Hey, do you guys get excited over Mega Pig anymore? I'm not sure if I do, but hey, we got a Mega Pig this time around. Don't miss out on getting a total of 2 Mega Pig rewards for the effort of 1. I kind of feel bad about this, but it's been a long time since I've participated in Mega Pig. I feel like, I don't know, is it just me? Maybe it's just like the club events that are in Brawl Stars. I'm never like extremely active in the repetition of it. It's fun like the first 2 or 3 times for me at least, but I guess, you know, I'm not free to play and stuff like that. It's a good way to get progression, so I might just be talking out of my butt, dude. Let me know what you're thinking, but hey, don't miss out. But moving along here, since the last time we made a video here on the channel, Mo has been released, and I gotta say, I'm in love with this character. If you guys watch this animation and you didn't feel your heart warming up, I don't know what to say to you. It's one of the most adorable animations I've ever seen in my entire life. I love Mo so freaking much, dude. We must protect him. I've been really enjoying Mo. Not gonna lie, with this update, I feel like Kenji kind of stole the spotlight here over Mo, but I gotta say, playing him for the first couple days, I have been really enjoying his playstyle. And I'll let you in on a little something, or at least the funnest way, I guess, in my opinion, to play Mo. I haven't really heard or seen anyone doing this that much, but little fun tip for you. I noticed with Mo, when you exit your drill, you get full ammo back. So if you just right away get out of it, you'll have full ammo. So if you are into super cycling and doing crazy stuff like that, the way I've been using my super is literally I dump all my ammo, trying to get as much damage. I roll in with a super and then cycle again. If you have time, using a gadget before you pop out with your free 3 ammo, and then you can cycle again, get out another 3 ammo, cycle again, get another 3 ammo. I literally don't even use the drill. It's incredibly fun. There's been a few clips that I've gotten in. Granted, I'm not really crazy hiding trophies, just 500, but I'll attack 3 times, super and get the 3k damage and the knockback, get out of my suit, and then I do another 3, get another super. You cycle like 3 times. It's crazy. You never run out of ammo. The only limitation is your HP. It's incredibly fun. Try it out, please. It's really enjoyable. The drill ain't even that good in my opinion. But there is another reason we are talking about Mo. There is a really interesting bug happening with Mo. The very first time I've ever seen it, and it might lead to some really interesting implications that I can't wait till the community ends up discovering. So I ended up taking a look throughout the community, as I always try to do whenever an update comes out, trying to, I don't know, keep up with bugs and all that fun stuff. But an individual ended up finding something pretty dang crazy here in the catalog. There's something currently on the screen that shouldn't be here, believe it or not. Guys, we can literally just straight up purchase the mastery pin for Mo. It doesn't sound huge, right? It's nothing crazy, but again, this might lead to something really interesting to investigate for any of you guys who are pushing his mastery. Just so we can 100% confirm here, if we take a look at Mo's mastery track, it is literally the same exact pin here, right? Collect more mastery points to reach this level. Now, where the fun kind of lies here, a very first uncharted territory, we don't know what's going to happen, is if we purchase the Mo pin in the catalog, what happens when we try to collect this Mo pin? Will it break his mastery track, seeing that you need to collect every single one in chronological order in order to get the title, right? Or will it give you like a reimbursement reward? Will it result in like a different like glitch to some sort? We don't know, which is the exciting part, right? Again, doesn't seem like a huge deal or anything like that, but I think this is what makes it really interesting. So of course, guys, y'all already know we are 100% picking up this bad boy. I don't even care if it breaks the mastery track for Mo here later, because I'm guessing this is going to get patched. And inherently, if I don't push Mo's mastery, it's kind of a cursed account, because this, I'm guessing, is going to get patched. So it's pretty rare, weird, buggy thing here. So we'll see. Maybe it won't even work, honestly, but we'll do it with bling here. Yeah, it worked. That's so weird. Okay, so we own it, but now what does the mastery track look like? Here we go, taking a look here. Let's see. Yeah, it's right there. So in order to figure this out, I'd have to push gold 1, but I'm guessing there's people already close to that, if not already, like, I don't know. So wait and see what happens. Just wanted to get this info out there. If you guys also have that curiosity bug, much like myself, for things much like this, if you end up getting gold 1, make sure to purchase that pin. I need to see what happens. Hopefully nothing breaks. But Nick, now that we got that fun stuff out of the way, it's time to take a look over here on the BrawlStar's Esports Twitter page. There was a really important announcement made 5 days ago during the LCQ. I get it mixed up sometimes, sorry. But BrawlStars is going to be combined with Superfest, or that's what the name of the event is. They're going to have Clash of Clans, Clash Royale, and BrawlStars in one like fun event going on, the World Finals for all of them. BrawlStars has never been a part of this, and BrawlStars always was a little bit later than it's going to be now. It's on November 1st through the 3rd. Really, really exciting. It's in Finland. I don't know why I'm logged into this, but I do want to give you guys a quick little apology. The reason I'm bringing up the BrawlStars esports stuff, I ended up not covering the rewards for the LQC that came out, and there were really, really interesting ones that I feel bad about, specifically this pin. I feel so bad about it. I would have grinded out the actual predictions and all that stuff if I knew this was a reward. Don't know why it didn't like pop up to me or it didn't cross my plate, but the reward's really, really interesting this time around. We had a ranked star drop in here and then a legendary star drop for the final reward, 2,000 points. Now, I don't really remember how this works, and I don't know if these are going to be reset or anything like that or still available for the World Finals predictions, but that's what's coming next. There's no ways to accumulate points anymore for these tracks until the Brawl Stars World Finals, which is honestly the most ridiculous prediction point for rewards there'll ever be compared to like the monthly finals and stuff like that. Every single year we've been making prediction guides for the Brawl Stars World Finals teams, and I'm going to be trying to do that this time around. We've been pretty dang accurate because the rewards are normally really, really cool. Last year was like a free hypercharge, which, hey, free hypercharge, some pins and stuff like that, but in previous years there were exclusive skins being released for this that on top of that, if you didn't have the brawler, you'd get the skin and the brawler for participating in the votes. So I'm hoping we get something pretty dang cool this year, but seeing that November is a little bit of a ways off yet, just a few months, I'm sure we won't know that info just yet, but I at least wanted to give you guys a quick apology if you weren't keeping up to date with this. I really, really wanted that trophy pin. It's so cool, dude. Feels bad, man. Next up, moving along, we have a few important things to dive into that was discussed over here on social media, specifically Twitter, with some of the dev team members giving us really important info here. Want to give a huge thank you to BrawlSource for putting this nice little thread together, showcasing conversations over here on Twitter with Frank, talking about important update stuff. For most of these, I'm not going to read the entire thing, but I'll try to summarize as best as I can. But this question, kind of eye-opening as to why we're not getting rares and super rares. The question was, is there any plan to release a rare or super rare brawler anytime soon? No, we are not planning to release more rare and super rare brawlers until further notice. It's very unlikely that we'll release a brawler below epic in the foreseeable future. Kind of a bummer, bro. I think the last time we got a rare brawler in this game was Rosa, and that was years ago. It's safe to say the super rare and rare brawlers are neglected for new releases, right? And I guess it makes sense. The reasoning here is just that it's a little bit hard to handle. There's too much stuff in the early game for new players. It's too complex and it could scare people away, right? But man, how hype would that be? I bet you the freaking community would riot if we ever got a brand new rare brawler, right? That was pretty cool. Like just that alone would be so hype. But I guess, you know, until further notice for the foreseeable future, there's some chances here. It's not likely, but there could be a future where we might get a rare or super rare. You never know. This was pretty enlightening. The second question, what's the biggest problem Brawl Stars is facing right now? And then Frank says, personally, I think the trophy system in combination with some other related systems like matchmaking and mastery. Trophy system popping up once again. It seems like that is like definitely on the radar of the Brawl Stars dev team, wanting to switch something up with the trophy system, which which I'm all for, bro. Volume sliders, all that stuff. I don't know if that's super important. The last 6 months, we've been getting mostly community events, long-term features. Why is that? And Frank ends up saying that we'll be discussing this a little bit more when we talk about the roadmap that's coming up once again. We've been talking about that quite a bit on the channel. Really looking forward to seeing that with a lot of the changes in Brawl Stars recently. I'm really looking forward to hearing from the dev team, like with a podcast or something like that. Just kind of get a nice little update. How are things going on the back end? Bro, when is King Frank coming? Nothing to report either of these for the time being. King Frank, man. You remember that skin? How many times have we talked about that thing? Still not in the game, bro. It was released, I think, like 3 Brawl Talks ago. Talked about. Still not in the game. Wild. This one, super enlightening, but obviously a lot to read here. But it's discussing why we've been getting so many legendary brawlers. So the question is, we recently got 3 legendary brawlers in a short period of time. Why is that? Again, a lot to dissect here, and I was thrown off as well. I was pretty dang certain that there was a clear schedule of how many brawlers or legendary brawlers we'd get a year, and that was 1 a year. That was kind of the timeline, the ongoing trend, but things kind of switched up here. Frank's saying we currently are looking at releasing 1 to 2 legendary brawlers per year. So I'm guessing, seeing that we haven't had an example of a time where we gotten more than 1 legendary brawler a year. There was some years that we didn't get a legendary brawler, stuff like that, but this is the very first, I think, getting 2 in 1 year. So that potential, I think, is really exciting that they're looking to release 1 to 2 legendary brawlers a year. That makes it a little bit less formulaic, a little bit less standard, and more bound for surprises, much like Kenji. I don't think anyone saw Kenji coming, a surprise legendary brawler, right? So seeing this, I think, has a ton of potential for the future, and I think really exciting for potential Easter eggs and stuff like that. It's a great opportunity for the dev team to kind of hype up the community, bro. Just imagine a teaser Easter egg of like a surprise legendary with crazy mechanics like Kenji. That would go so hard, man. But he goes on explaining that it felt a little bit packed with the legendaries this time around, seeing that Kit came towards the end of the year, and then we had Draco and then Kenji kind of packed in. So it felt like we got 3 like back to back. He then just says they'll try to make sure that the timeline makes a little bit more sense, not feeling so janked up, but they'll try to do better in the future. But before we move on, one thing that I do kind of like about this, seeing that I feel like a lot of the time the community thinks about the free to play players a lot, right? The players that play the game that like to do it free. I like that Frank ends up saying this being said, ultimately the game doesn't cater exclusively to free to play players, right? There is a player base, the pay to play players, you know, pay to win. It's kind of a meme at this point, but everyone helps to support the game, pay to play and free to play. So seeing that they're not holding back on that because of free to play pressure and stuff like that, so they're releasing more legendary brawlers now, I think is exciting. But yeah, man, look forward to possibly more frequent legendary brawlers. I'm looking forward to it, man. This was really awesome as well and eye-opening. Number 9, is Brawl Stars going to stop releasing brawlers after reaching 100 brawlers? I don't know why people are thinking that they would, but Frank shows an amazing point here. We have Dota 2 having 124 characters, League, Honor of Kings, Mobile Legends, Smite, all these having way more characters than we do. Frank says we have 82 today. Our current pace is 12 brawlers per year, yada yada yada. So it goes on in saying that it would take like 3.5 to 7 years at our current pace, or longer if we slow down the release eventually. So TLDR, there's no end in sight, bro. The brawler release track is looking bright. I like the release of new brawlers and stuff like that. We've been talking about like power creep and stuff in recent videos, but I can't lie, some of the hypest times for Brawl Stars is whenever new brawlers are released. I mean, who isn't excited for Kenji? You know, it's awesome. So we are not slowing down with new brawlers. We have a little update on Time to Explain to wrap up the thread here, just saying that they don't have, basically Time to Explain is the podcast, they don't have a foreseeable date or anything like that for us as to when it might come out. They say that they don't know their own schedules, like when it could make sense for them to make it, so they don't want to set promises that they might not be able to keep. So that's a quick wrap up of the thread. Some interesting stuff and a fun little thread from Frank. Thanks for taking the time to answer all those questions. We got a good dev team, man. Fantastic dev team. And I promise this is the final bit of screenshots that we're reading through and stuff like that, but it is important. Taking a look at this Twitter page, also showcasing some more conversations with a different dev team member, Adrian, the absolute GOAT. We have Ian saying, "Hi Adrian, you cooked this balance changes. I couldn't agree more. Are there any plans for Doug in the future? I want to see him in the spotlight without the bugs being involved." And Adrian says, yes, there are plans for Doug. Bro, already giving us some stuff to kind of chew on here, literally right after the freaking update. So what, I don't know what this means. Maybe like a Doug rework of some sort. I don't know what else would happen. Or I feel like sometimes whenever Adrian says like, we have things in mind for Frank, we have things in mind for Daryl, he gives little like Easter eggs like this. It's always led to a rework of some degree, like Daryl's double super or Frank crazy rework, right? So we might be getting a Doug rework in the near future, or just, I guess, a balance change, but I couldn't see why that didn't make it in this update, right? So maybe something significant happening to Doug in the future. Looking forward to that. And then this also, I guess, why wasn't the Vanish gadget nerfed? And then Adrian said, I have an idea for it that we didn't have time to implement, unfortunately. The Vanish gadget, I believe, is Kits, the broken one, literally Leon Super. So we'll see how that works. But now that we got the reading out of the way, I kind of saved the fun for last. You guys know I'm a bug guy. I like me my glitches. They're so much freaking fun. And whenever a new update comes out, even with maintenance breaks and patches coming out, there's always a few fun bugs and glitches that slip past. And this is no exception. I ended up seeing on Twitter just a little bit ago that there's a little cool visual glitch with the Rocket Brown Brock skin here. Just taking a look at it in Training Cave. Don't know why this is happening, and it's not resulting in anything crazy or anything like that, but it definitely is distracting. So take a look at this. The incendiary location for his basic attack has like a crazy effect. Look at that. Look at that. It's so big. What the frick is happening? So if we shoot a lot, look how distracting that is. That's huge. Gigantic. It doesn't do any additional damage. I made sure to check and stuff like that. But, bro, at the very least, it's going to shock some opponents in game. That's for sure. So, just wanted to throw that out there. There's a few other glitches as well. I've been seeing some discussions about Willow being kind of bugged out and stuff like that. If it's large enough, I'm sure we'll be discussing it in a future video. But I at least had to throw that in there. A fun one. But yeah, man, that's just about all we got for you in this episode today. Just vibing out. A nice, chill episode. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And yeah, we'll be talking super soon. Adios. Take care. Peace.